Tony Stewart finally broke into the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series win column at Talladega Superspeedway after taking the checkered flag in a wild Amp Energy 500. Stewart had finished second 6 times in his Talladega Cup career until Sunday, when he actually crossed the finish line second but was awarded the victory. Regan Smith was ahead of Stewart when the checkered flag flew, but NASCAR ruled he passed Stewart below the yellow out-of-bounds line and declared the number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing driver the winner.
When he came off the bumper in the center of the corner, I thought, oh, this is bad news, because we were gonna get that gap in there that we didn't want. And so I saw the run coming, and I made a counter move early enough to get him committed to one direction, and I got back down to the line quick. So, man, I mean, it's a tough position to be in when you're the first guy. It's a tough position when you're the second guy, but we were able to finally get that first win here at Talladega. That's there's only 3 of them left that we haven't won at now, and like Joe said, it's 33 in 10 years for this group sitting up here, and it's something that we're all very proud of.
Smith, who led a strong charge by Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, wound up finishing 18th in the final rundown after the penalty. Smith's DEI teammate Paul Menard moved up into second place as a result to mark his career best finish in the Cup Series.
Last lap was pretty wild. I was pulling for Regan, obviously, and I thought he had it, and I guess not. But it's all in all, a good, strong effort for DEI. Martin got up there, led some laps. Eric led some laps. I led a few laps, and I thought Regan led the most important one. But it is what it is, I guess.
David Reagan, Jeff Burton, and Clint Boyer rounded out the top 5. The finish capped off a wild day at Talladega that included some incredible racing and passing, as well as a number of incidents that turned the chase for the Sprint Cup Championship upside down. In fact, the 28-lap leaders in the Amp Energy 500 set an all-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series record for different leaders in a race. The second of the day's 2 big accidents involved 10 cars, including chase contenders Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Busch. Edwards tried to bump draft teammate Biffle as the field raced through turns 3 and 4 with 16 laps to go, and when the number 16 spun, it set off a chain reaction crash. The day's other pileup came on lap 68 when Brian Vickers blew a tire as the field raced through the tri-oval. Vickers went hard into Martin Truex Jr., who took about 5 hits before finally coming to rest on the inside retaining wall with several other leaders also involved. Jeff Gordon was involved in an earlier incident that saw the number 24 DuPont Chevy make hard impact with the backstretch wall after making contact with David Rudiman. And Denny Hamlin was taken to a local hospital for observation after a tire failure sent him hard into the wall while fighting for the lead. Somehow, Jimmie Johnson, who had trouble early in the race and lost a lap, was able to avoid the carnage and escape Talladega, actually increasing his series point lead to 72 over Edwards, with Biffle now 77 behind.
I just had no speed all day long, and when they started the race, everybody took off, and I couldn't even hang on the draft and fell off the draft. And recovered from that, had a bunch of accidents that I had to miss, and was kind of in the eye of the storm throughout the majority of the day. And somehow, some way, slipped through all those instances, and came home with a good finish. I wish we could have been a little more competitive at the end and got a top 5 out of it, but with what took place today, a top 10 is just what we needed.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series now heads to Lowe's Motor Speedway for next Saturday night's Bank of America 500. For great seats to upcoming races in the chase, be sure to visit racetickets.com.